Let me just do that, lad. Alright, we are back. Good to go on the YouTube. Sorry for a second there. I realised I called it Bristol City instead of Bristol City. Made a little muck up there indeed, didn't I? Little muck up indeed, lad. But we are back cooking over there. Good looking. Who do you think will sign next season, Harry Thorne? I hope we sign some big players. I want to sign a £30 million striker, £30 million number 10, £30 million holding fielder, £30 million central defender, and a £30 million winger. That's what I would like us to sign. Obviously, Matheus Cunha, what a signing that would be. People talking about Liam Delap could be a good option for Leeds going forward. So we'll have to wait and see what kind of names are touted, at the end of the season when everyone does finish playing, who's fit, who's available for which club. I haven't looked too deeply into potential prospects that we could be signing, just because I'm always superstitious to do that before we actually get promoted. But of course, there's a few names out there. I need to see first what the 49ers budget is looking like, how they're looking to invest it. And then when I see how much they're willing to invest into certain personnel, into certain positions, that is when I'll be able to tell you about who I would want in there. Parag having talks with Fark, isn't he? Seen the stadium concepts. I have seen the stadium concepts. They look exquisite, and he is potentially coming in to have a little chat with Daniel Fark. I don't think they will make a decision, especially if it's him being sacked until the end of the season. I don't think they will, but I just don't. The way the club are talking, I don't think they are going to get rid of him. I know there's still stories circulating and these kind of things, but I just don't think they will get rid of him. The way they're going about things. Here is Brendan A.A. Ranson, someone who definitely may be surplus to requirements in the Premier League, unless if he can pull some magic performances out of his ass. But he is probably someone who would look to become more of a rotational player in the Premier League. Is on the ball now, sprays it over to the left-hand side, gives it to Manor Solomon, and out to Genia Senior Firpo. At the same time, Eubank Jr. became Eubank Senior. Junior Firpo has become Senior Firpo. Do you think we'll get Jose Mourinho to come and sign for us? No, I don't. And I think it's a very short-term thing. Don't get me wrong, it would be kind of limps to see Jose Mourinho at Leeds. But yeah, and it will be blockbuster. It would definitely raise the stock of the club to a certain extent to some of the younger neutrals in the Premier League who aren't familiar with Leeds United as an establishment. But I don't believe that it is going to happen. Just because I don't believe Leeds are actually going to sack Falk. If we do, then maybe it could be something I'd look at. But it is a complete style change. And it would basically be Leeds playing very defensive football, which some people may argue is the best way to do it in the Premier League. So we'll have to wait and see as to that. But I don't think we will get Jose. I think that's a bit of smoke and mirrors right now. Go on, Aronson! Oh, Brendan! So close, my son. Mate, I would love a bit of European competition. I reckon he wants to come. He said he wants to come to a low-level Premier League club and get us European competition. Well, the fact he would label us a low-level European club is merely ludicrous, my man. You heard Pep wants a big club. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. Let's get Pep Guardiola in here. Play some beautiful football. The protege of Marcelo Bielsa. Go on, swing it in. Referee. That's who I would take back, actually. I would take Bielsa. I'm not 100% on the idea of sacking Falk, but if it was to bring Bielsa back, I would do it in a heartbeat because, Bielsa is the man. Get him back in here. That's what I say. Beautiful swinging ball in. Tanaka heads it back across. Pirro! His shirt's being grabbed, ref. Do you want to give us a pen for that? Nah, of course you don't, you bloody cheat. You dirty ref, mate. Dirty cheat, Tanaka! It doesn't matter what you think you're doing, ref, because we have got the best whip in the game in Manor Solomon, and he has slapped it into the back sticks. Who's waiting there but Tanaka? What a finish. Go Go on, my son. Now that is 1-0 Leeds United, and we are cruising towards that 100-point mark, baby. Odds on Bristol winning the playoffs and getting into the top division for the first time since 1980s. Decent odds, but I'm going to stick with what I said a long time ago, and that is if Burnley dropped into the playoffs, I reckon they might have a chance of doing it. But if not, if it was one of Leeds or Sheffield United to drop into the playoffs, I believe it would end up being Sunderland who win the playoffs. But look at that exquisite in-swinger by Solomon and the finish by Tanaka right as the ball is hitting the ground. Almost a half volley, but it looks like he connects just before the ball actually hits the ground. Obviously classifying it as a full-on volley. Let's have a little look here. Oh, might have just touched the ground first, making it a half volley, but still opens his body up and just slightly taps it to the side of where the keeper's sliding, puts it around, and that's a very clever finish by Tanaka. Very, very clever finish. On the bounce as well. That is phenomenal stuff. And what a ball by Solomon. Again, with a banging ball. Again. That's what I'm saying, man. Everyone's saying DJ over Solomon this year, but you know, it's unfortunate for his injuries and stuff, but these past few games, Solomon has stepped up to the plate big time. Big time, man. Got to give a lot of plaudits to Manor Solomon. Made in the Manor. Not manure. Wouldn't want to be made in manure. That's a little bit peak. Because you're simply the best. Wow, 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 wow. Better than all the rest. You're simply the best. They can't sack Fark. They can't sack Tanaka. How many goals does Tanaka have? How many goals does Tanaka have this season, actually? That is a phenomenal question. I'm actually going to go and check that myself. I'm going to check that myself, actually. That is a very, very good question. There's a very, very excellent question you have just posed right there. I will actually go and check that out there. Can't believe no one has picked him up, just stood by himself. Because it was a beautiful ball, mate. It was a beautiful ball. Sometimes you got to put your hand up there, mate. When a beautiful ball is played and a beautiful run is made, pretty hard to defend sometimes. Pretty hard to defend. I can't believe flipping Burnley are pulling 5-0s out their arse now, by the way, after being 0-0 merchants all year. Comes to the final running for promotion, they're pulling these 4 and 5-0s out their arsehole. Still not enough to get anywhere near us goal difference-wise, thankfully. But, you know. Well, they could have maybe if we didn't get that 6-0 the other day. Alright, let's have a little look-see here. Let's have a little look-see. Tanaka. This year in the Championship, he's got 5 goals and 2 assists. 5 goals, mate. Not mad at that. Not mad at 5 goals for the big man. 5 goals for Tanaka. Who do you think is the priority signing for the summer? Number 9. That is the priority signing. In terms of a name, I can't give you a name just yet. But the priority signing for me is a number 9. You know, I'd love to go and snag Isak from Newcastle, of course. I wouldn't be happy with, what do you call him, Callum Wilson. I don't think that's a good signing for Leeds. Delap, I'm not 100% on either, to be fair to you. But, you know, we'll have to wait and see how the cookie unfolds on that one. But it would be number 9, then number 10 would be my 2 most important positions. I wonder if we were going for Hamer or not. Obviously, it depends if Sheffield United were to somehow make it out of the playoffs. Oh, go on. Draws it across. Tanaka. Oh, close one. Good work by Solomon again on the left-hand side there. Looking exquisite, mate. Oh, was the goal any good? Oh, very good, mate. Exquisite. You saw his Tanaka is a beautiful in-swinger. We should have had a penalty from the corner, actually, funnily enough. Comes to the edge of the box. How many times have you seen Solomon get the ball on the edge of the box from a what do we call it? From a corner, get it back from the corner and put a beauty of an in-swinger in. And that's exactly what he did again. Great in-swinger to the back sticks. Tanaka with a beautifully timed run. And it was a very clever finish, actually. Right on the bounce, opened his body up, placed it to the side of the keeper. Very, very good finish. Very good ball. Just really good play from Leeds United, to be honest with you. Very good play, mate. First priority, get Solomon on a permanent deal. I wouldn't say that's first priority, but it's a priority depending on how much they're willing to charge us. Because knowing our luck, we'll splash 15, 20 million on him. And then he'll go ahead and get injured, you know. So as soon as we pay money for him, because he's been, this has been his best season in terms of injury issues, in the fact that he has managed to steer clear of injury for a long time. But knowing our luck, the second we make him a permanent signing, he'll go ahead and get injured for a whole season. So we need to be very careful with how much we're actually spending on that, just because of the injury concerns. And I would like us to splash the cash on a major winger as well. A major baller winger. Because listen, Dan James has been phenomenal in the Championship, but is he Premier League proven? That we'll have to wait and see. Will we let go of one of our wingers to sign someone else as well? That's an interesting thing to think about. Obviously, we've got 4. You know, Nonto's struggling for game time. He's not going to be playing number 10 in the Premier League. Solomon's not going to be playing 10 in the Premier League. Dan James isn't going to be playing 10 in the Premier League. And Ramazani's not going to be playing number 10 in the Premier League. So who do we let go out of all of those? That's the question you have to ask as well. Because if we're bringing in a 5th winger, what do we do with the rest? It's a lot of wages to just have lying around there. Look at that. Beautiful run by Tanaka. Bit of quality. Look, that finish is different gravy, mate. Look at that smile as he knee slides towards the corner. What do you guys make of this, by the way? Are you confident that Leeds are going to go on and win the league with 100 points? This feels very weird that we're just so relaxed here. We're so comfortable. We're just waiting for the win at this point. That's how it feels to me. It feels so odd to be this relaxed as a Leeds fan, doesn't it? It feels very, very odd. Chris Thompson, MOT. How fucking dangerous are we going forward? Harry Gray time. I would love to see a little bit more Harry Gray action, to be fair to you. And we are extremely dangerous going forward. Ooh, what's this? Parag, mate. I'm not rating that. I am not rating that at all, Mr. Parag McGarthy. You've got Angus Kinnear with the yellow Leeds United scarf on. You've got all the other people around him in the technical area wearing that yellow Leeds United scarf. And there's big Parag McGarth in the middle, not wearing the scarf. Very interesting indeed. Very interesting, as I do say so myself. And I'm not too sure about that, to be honest with you. I think that's a little bit cheeky from the lad. I think he should be. He should be wearing that scarf. Should be wearing it proud. Oh! Woo! That was close there from the corner for Leeds United there. Tanaka is going to be definitely got the league this season. ST Bentley 95. Augie, by the way, Tanaka is going to be one of the most underrated in the Prem next year. He is an absolute baller. I think he will take the league by storm, and I'd like us to splash £30 million on someone to sit next to him in there of well, even higher quality if that's possible. Champions again, ole, ole, ole. Tobias LUFC 1919. I mean, as you say, mate, last time Liverpool won the league, who won the championship? These guys. 23. Welcome to the family of the most forward-thinking pioneers to have a great, beautiful game, aka the Bloodline. Welcome in, my brother. Welcome. Tobias LUFC 1919. Bogo and Tanaka have been on fire. They have indeed, mate. They have indeed. Anyone know if the game is going to be on a big screen in town? I do not know. You talking about the final game of the season against Plymouth? I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know when they're going to do the title parade and all of that stuff as well, because I want to actually go down to Leeds for that when they do the open bus tour. I want to be in Leeds when that happens, so I don't actually know what's happening with that. I do want to know, though, so if anyone does know what the plans are with that, then obviously let me know. That is, of course, presuming we do win the league, which we are 2 games away from doing. 2 games away indeed. Dinaco 2008. Welcome to the family of most forward-thinking pioneers to have a great, beautiful game, aka the Bloodline. As is that Naki Wells for Bristol City driving forward there and slipping on his face. Way, yeah, Muppet. Clogao. Welcome to the family of most forward-thinking pioneers to have a great, beautiful game, aka the Bloodline. Welcome in, my brother. Good to have you here, my man. Plymouth away. Thoughts on the keeper situation? I would actually keep. I'm one of the few people that would have kept Melier, because I do think Melier is actually a very good goalkeeper. He just has some absolute fucking clangers in him. Would I like us to potentially still sign one in the Premier League? Yes, but I would still keep Melier around. I think he is a very good goalkeeper. He's just very young and inexperienced and makes a few too many mistakes, in my opinion. But let me know what you guys think on that one. Parade is on the 5th of May. Is it? Alright, say no more. 5th of May. I am there, my son. Plymouth won't be easy fighting against the drop. Nope. Meet you there. I live in Leeds. I do not live in Leeds, but I will be down there. Of course. Cannot miss that one. Cannot miss it at all. Why are they booing? Why are they booing who? Ebure? I think Trafford from Burnley would be an absolute dream signing. Yeah, he's not that great, man. We're talking Premier League players here. We don't want Burnley schmucks, man. Come on. He's okay. I wouldn't even put him that much above Illan Meslier. Come on, let's be real here. If we're going to get rid of Meslier, we need to bring in someone of top quality, not a championship goalkeeper. We need to be bringing in Champions League goalkeepers here, man. We need to be bringing in people that have played at the top level. Meslier has 10 times more top-level experience than Trafford. So, you know, let's call it as it is here, mate. Parade is 5th of May. Do you think Sunderland's going to win the playoffs and go to the Premier League? I have said that. Kane Stokes, or Kane or Stokey. Yeah, I've always said Sunderland, if Leeds or Sheffield were to drop into the playoffs, that I think Sunderland would win it. And I'm going to stick with that prediction. Who's booing, by the way? They're booing Darlow. Really? I don't live in Leeds, but I'm going 5 hours to the bus parade. Born in Leeds, though. Yeah, neither do I. Born in London, live in London. And I'm definitely going to be making that trip down there. 100%, mate. I'm going to be joining you on that one. Where did you move to, out of curiosity? Dan D23. Reckon you should go for Hoyland? He is fucking shit, mate. I'd rather have Joel Perreault up front. Are you mugging me off? Rasmus Hoyland. Oh, come on, man. The guy hasn't even got 10 Premier League goals this year. Let's have a fucking bobble, mate. Bamford got 17 in our first year in the Prem. Rather have Bamford and Perreault and even Mateo Joseph than that schmuck. Come on. That is ridiculous. Hoyland. Toiletland, mate. Toiletland. Plays like he's a toilet, mate. He's shit. I'd like 2 players in each position, 3 keepers, 3 forwards, Joe Depp. Joseph out on loan in brackets. I think that's very likely to happen, isn't it? Plymouth are down. Yeah, they are down already, which could make things interesting for Leeds. Nice whackers. Thank you very much. Curved glass, 1, 2, 3. Good to have you here, my man. Timothy, Leeds promoted and Liverpool 20th title. Man United's worst nightmare. Oh, you gotta love it, mate. You have got to love it. As Tanaka misses another great chance. Could have made it 2-0 there. Really could have made it 2-0. Is this going to be a thing if Leeds don't win the league and not second? Is that going to be a thing? Well, I mean, you could still say when Leeds got promoted, Liverpool won the league, etc. But if we win today, high possibility we do win the league. All we got to do is win these 2 games, and it is guaranteed we will be title holders. Unless if Burnley somehow win 20-0 in their next game, which I highly doubt is going to happen. But good to have you here, my man Jared, my guy. Logistically, surely it'd be the day after the final game or the bank holiday, as the players would go on holiday after that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, mate. That's what I'm thinking. I don't actually know. And because our game's an away game, that's what's making it confusing as well. That's what makes it very, very confusing. As Bristol City whipped the ball into absolutely nobody. What happened to the Chromosome Club? That's much better. That's still there, my man. That is still there. That is still there, my brother. Ramsdale played Champions League for Arsenal. Yeah, but I don't want that fucking schmuck, mate. Are you kidding me? Especially after the playoffs last year when he sat there lapping it up as those absolute frauds Southampton beat us. I think I want that clown at Leeds United. You must be having a wobble, mate. Mister, I can't stay concentrated for more than 2 working minutes. Get out of here. I don't think he should have been let go of Arsenal, to be fair. I think that was harsh. He was actually having a really good season for you. But since being released, it's just not really cooked for him. And I don't really want to take that as an option. Who are you supporting? T.S. Morizi, my guy. I'm supporting the mighty Whites of Leeds United. My team, of course. You sound very confident about winning the league. Nice. Well, I'm relatively confident considering the fact we've already got promoted. So, you know, even if we did mess up and not win the league, I'm not too arsed because we're still promoted. I would love that 100-point tally and I would love to win the league, of course. And we're currently beating Bristol City and Plymouth are already relegated on the final day of the season. And the way Leeds are playing right now is very, very confident, assured. It's a very party-like atmosphere there. The pressure has been taken off. So for the first time actually supporting Leeds, I'm very just comfortable right now, which is a very weird feeling to have. Lizzie! Welcome to the family most sporting companions. Have a great and beautiful game! A.K.A. The Bloodline! Welcome in, Lizzie. Good to have you here, my love. Good to have you here. Tobias, LUFC 1919. Alex, 1-0 Leeds. Oh, what's the score, Alex? The score is 1-0 Leeds. It is indeed. Where do you think we're finishing next season? Easy top 6. Guaranteed top 6 next year. Not even a question. Not a question in my mind. It is going to be easy top 6 next year. Money back guaranteed. Is it just me, or does anyone else think Millwall can get a result out? But yeah, they could get a result out of Burnley. They're both just very flipping. They're very shit teams, really. In terms of the football they play, very, very negative, anti-football. So I do believe they could. They could be the side that does get the upset done. And listen, they are going to be fighting with their lives to try and claw into that last playoff place. Especially if Leeds are to win today. That would give them a little bit of incentive to do that. Move to South Wales and go 5 hours to most home games, and on away days mostly 4 hours. Wow, that is some serious dedication to bias. Big up yourself, my man. Big up yourself. Fucking quality stuff, mate. Nah, Dandy. Hoyland is not going to do well for us. That is a ludicrous call, mate. That is a ludicrous call. Who do you think we should target up front? Not fucking Hoyland, that's for sure, mate. Is it just me? Does anyone else think Millwall could get a result? Yeah, especially when they're pushing playoffs. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Exactly, indeed. QOHGQ! Welcome to the family most sporting companions of a great beautiful game!
T.S. Morizi joined the Bloodline.
a.k.a. The Bloodline, TSM Reezy. Welcome to the Van Most 14 Pioneers Ever Grace, a beautiful game, a.k.a. The Bloodline, my brother. Welcome in, my lad. Good to have you all here. Absolute legends. Very weird feeling to be comfortable. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Augie, mate. Very, very weird feeling, mate. Very, very weird feeling indeed, mate. Yeah, especially with Millwall pushing. I agree with you, mate. I agree with you. Reckon we'll get first batter LFC 10-0 away. No. We're not getting battered in the first game. You must be off your rockers. Yeah, well, people said that about league title holders Liverpool last time, right? When we were freshly promoted under Bielsa, first game of the season was against Liverpool. Had it been our fucking back pockets until we gave that penalty away in the last few minutes. So, there you go, mate. Couldn't get tickets today. It was mental. Sold out in about 5 minutes. For today? Yeah, it's fucking crazy, mate. Crazy. These tickets for the last few games have been ridiculous. You see the Almighty Bees on Saturday? I did indeed, Jared. I did indeed. And then after, I went all the way to the studio. Of course, to see the big one. The big one. Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. What a fucking spectacle. I still have goosebumps thinking about that. I've been so spoiled with sport recently. I mean, I've realised this month has been, the most, oh my days. Darlo, what the fuck's going on? Someone clear it! Oh my days, what is going on? It's been the most, adrenaline-fueled thing the past few weeks watching sport, to the point where it's actually, given me a dump. I've had that much adrenaline coursing through the veins. So many great moments all at one time. I've been so spoiled the past couple of weeks. Having WrestleMania Night 1 Saturday, WrestleMania Night 2 Sunday, Leeds United promoted to the Premier League on Monday. This Saturday, Eubank versus Ben. What a fucking week and a half of sport, or 2 weeks of sport. That has been exquisite. Or basically a week and a bit of sport, yeah. Just so great, man. So great. I mean, I still have goosebumps thinking about what happened that night with the entrance, with Eubank Sr. pulling out the whip. Eubank Jr. always hated, underestimated, never quite made it to that pinnacle level of English boxing. And then to have every bit of adversity he's had the past couple of years, cutting weight, starving himself to fight someone who had drugs in his system. He then went and lost his brother. May he rest in peace. So sad. And on top of all of that, had his own father labeling him a disgrace and saying he's never going to be on his side. So to see him go through all of that adversity, finally get his dad by his side, his father backing him, behind him, you could see the smile and the confidence that gave him, coming out to simply the best with Eubank behind him. Oh, it was just all magisterial, mate. What a weekend it's been, mate. What a weekend it was. Up the north indeed, Joshua Fabian, and up the south, mate. You gotta love a little bit of London. London gazers, mate. Augie, by the way, and Cobby Hutton, welcome to the family of the most forward-thinking pioneers to ever grace a beautiful game, a.k.a. The Bloodline. Welcome in, my brothers. I couldn't get a ticket for this match, but I'm going to get one for Plymouth away. That is... How are you going to get that one, mate? How are you going to get that one? Surely that's going to be even more difficult. How do you get away tickets? I can never get away tickets. I'll tell you that for nothing. If anyone can manage to get me away tickets, I will pay you good money for those. Because I can never buy them, man. It's always like, oh, you had to have attended 50 home games in the last 2 business days. And you also have to have taken a picture with President Barack Obama in the last 5 days. Otherwise, impossible to really get a ticket going there. I can never get away tickets, mate. If you manage to get that Plymouth game, that's pretty limbs for you, mate. Pretty damn limbs for you. They're all sold out for Plymouth away unless you get one in the home. Oh, you're going to go in the home end. I hear ya. Gonna walk out of a black eye. I don't think Plymouth have that many hardcore fans. You should be alright, mate. So many extra requirements needed to get him. Utter woke nonsense. Tell me about it, mate. Tell me about it. I get loads because I went to 15 away games last season most times, and I went to all 23 last season. Woo! Damn. Go on, my son. Can you get other people tickets, or can you only get... I presume they only let you buy one away ticket, right? Per person. who've been to these games. Because especially next year when we're playing some of these London clubs, I'd love to go to away games for those. I'd love to go Spurs away, Chelsea away, Arsenal away. I'd even love to go Scum away. That'd be beautiful. I'd love some away games. Go on, Solomon. Drives it forward. Finds Piro. He's got Nonto in front of him. Oh, what the fuck is that touch from Piro, mate? Lets the whole ball get away from him. Has to stab at it with a toe punt towards Nonto. Completely blazes it past him. Here's Tanaka. Little 1-2 with Firpo. Back to Firpo. Beautiful ball in. Ooh, inches away from Piro there. And we do have a corner to end the half off. Yeah, one per person. I'd love Everton away, new stadium. Good point. Good point indeed. Good point indeed. Good point indeed. I'd love to see him get relegated as well. But unfortunately, that time is probably coming past. It's not relevant, but I tried bribing the stewards at the Bernabeu to let me in the away end. Oh, did you buy home tickets to Nonto? Oh, fucking Perot's blocked another shot. You bozo, man. No Piro, no party. But he's trying to stop everyone else from having a party at the same things. Yeah. What are you saying? What are you saying, Jared? You went to the Bernabeu as you got a home Real Madrid ticket at the Bernabeu and tried to sneak your way into the away end. Is that what you're telling me? Better than all the rest. And that is half time, by the way. Leeds United 1, Bristol City 0. There we go. Half time indeed. Half time. Everton's new stadium will be the best stadium in the 26-27 championship. That's what I like to hear, mate. Thought you were going to say next year in the Premier. I was going to say that is absolutely bonkers, mate. But yeah, in the championship 26-27, I agree. Agree with you on that one. Clown Monkey 23. Welcome to the Family Voice for Thinking Pioneers. Have a great day, beautiful game, aka the Bloodline, my brother. Welcome in, my lad. Lizzie, welcome in. The love of the Lizzie. Andrew WR, welcome in, my guy. What are you thinking of our expansion? Have you seen it? I have seen it. I like it. It's a little bit less than what they said before. I believe they're saying it's 53,000 now. It was originally touted to be 55,500, 56,500, something around that ballpark. So it does seem like they've knocked a couple thousand off the capacity. But it looks decent. It does look decent. You know, I'd like them to potentially ramp up the South Stand at some point as well. But yeah, it looks pretty good. And of course, it's going to allow more people into the stadium. I just, want them to hurry up and actually get it done. Get it started at least, because it's going to take a long time to get done. And they're going to actually have a reduced capacity while they do that. So, they need to hurry up and get that thing cooking, if you ask me. It's great because we are a Prem club to stay. 100%, mate. A Champions League club to stay. A Champions League club to stay, mate. We are Champions League, my man. Yeah, face value at €200. Celebrated Martinelli's goal. Most touristy club. Yeah, mate. I mean, you can tell they're a fucking touristy club when you've got Thogden telling him to calm down in the fucking El Clasico, mate. Telling him to calm down and no one does a thing. That's mental, mate. Well, so, like, around you, nobody even gave a fuck that you were celebrating. Focus on staying up next season. Focus on rebuilding to the top then. Mate, easy top 6 next year. And then we can focus on getting ourselves into the top 4 in the Champions League. If we don't already do that next year. And then we can focus on the title charge in the second season. But first season, easy top 6. Secure us a bit of European football. And then we can go for the quadruple in the second year. Premier League, European champions, FA Cup winners, and of course, Carabao Cup. I mean, we are the masters of the Carabao Cup. There's no way we're losing that. Look at this. This is our 50th Carabao Cup game of the year. We are the Carabao Cup champions. All right, so we're not going to have any problems with that one next year. That's for sure. We will be fine, I'm sure, but with this squad, we are brilliant. Thoughts on Fark? As I said, he's had a very good season. I would give him a crack. I think it's too harsh to sack him especially if he gets us to this 100-point mark and then you sack him before he's even had an opportunity. But football's a harsh game, man, and with the way the Premier League is now and how tough it is for promoted sides to survive, you could argue that you don't want to waste a summer transfer window on a manager who's not going to be there the whole year if it doesn't work out. So I hear both sides of it. I personally think it's a little bit too harsh to sack him without giving him an opportunity, but I'm neither. I'm not fuck in or fuck out, to be honest with you. I mean, this whole in and out debacle is a bit fucking... It's a load of nonsense, really. It was started by Arsenal fans complaining about Wenger, and it became a coined phrase of Wenger in, Wenger out, and now everyone says it about every manager the second they have something that people don't like. Fuck in, fuck out. No, just say it as it is, mate. Would I sack the geezer? No, I think it's a little bit too harsh, but I could understand why people would want him... would want to bring someone else in. But I'm neither fuck in nor fuck out. I'm not 100% convinced that he has got the capabilities of doing it in the Premier League, but you can't judge him until I've seen it with my own hands and seen what he's like with a fully backed squad behind him. So we'll have to wait and see. I would personally give him that opportunity, but I'm a little bit of a nice guy in football terms, potentially. And maybe you've got to be a little bit more ruthless. So it's tough to say. One guy called me a son of a whore, a puta de madre, if you will. But there was probably 2,000 to 3,000 Arsenal fans in the home end, and at least when Saka scored, you could see people wearing colours celebrating. Hopefully, Leeds don't do what other Premier League clubs are doing now, using additional seating to sell premium hospitality packages at a high price. Jared. That is exactly what they're doing. That is exactly what is going on here. A lot of those extra seats are going to be premium hospitality seats, unfortunately. That is exactly what they're doing. I think they might also slightly increase the season ticket capabilities, but nowhere near to a substantial enough level. And a lot of those are going to be premium hospitality. That has been confirmed for over a year at this point. So, unfortunately, that is exactly what they're doing, Jared. Game's gone. Utter woke nonsense, if you ask me. What a weak promotion. What a week. I thought you were saying week as in W-A-A-K. What a week. Promotion, the new stadium, and we still have £160 million to spend. Am I dreaming? Good time to be a Leeds fan. Fuck must stay. Love from France. Love to you, my French brother, Dale Bardsley. And what a good time indeed to be a Leeds fan. And I cannot wait for this transfer window. I can't wait to see what Leeds could do. And I would like us to spend more than £160 million on transfer fees alone. 160 million doesn't seem a lot if you're incorporating wages into that. So hopefully that is just for transfer fees and not wages. But I'd like us to spend a lot more than that. I'd like us to spend 250 million, to be honest with you. But with PSR rules, I'm not sure that is really going to be able to be the case. That goal by Tanaka, though, it was class. Oh, exquisite delivery by Solomon. Exquisite, lad. One of the two top 5 in the championships this season. Two of the top 5 in the championship this season. I feel like I'm missing something here. Because you're simply the best. Wow, wow, wow. Better than all the rest. Would you take Archie Gray back on loan? Apparently Spurs are going to loan him out. Why would they do that when he's been one of their better players this year? He's literally been one of their best players. Him and Bergvall have been 2 of their best players this year. He's a fan favourite over there right now. I highly doubt they're going to loan him out. He's been playing for them week in, week out. That doesn't make any sense to me. And I wouldn't take him on loan, but I would take him as a permanent 100%. I would 100% take him as a permanent. I would buy him back. In a heartbeat, I'd buy him back. But I don't think they're going to sell him or loan him. I really don't see them loaning him. They're going to sell him for like £150 million at some point. They're definitely not loaning him out, though. He means Tanaka and Solomon. Oh, yeah, 2 of the... 100%. 100%. Tanaka, James, Solomon, Firpo, Bogle. 5 best players in the championship, hands down. No questions asked. No questions asked, mate. 5 best players in the championship this year. How they all didn't make it into the Premier League or the Championship team of the season is quite laughable, to be honest with you. How Borja Sainz made it in over Solomon, I will never know. That is criminal. And how that schmuck from, was it Sheffield United or Burnley, managed to sneak in at left back over Firpo is fucking woke nonsense is what it is, mate. Firpo has had a better year than Bogle, and that's saying something because Bogle's been the best right back in the league. Firpo's been by far the best left back in the league. He's even got 3 more goal contributions to boot. So how he has been snubbed of the Championship team of the season, I'll never know. Sargent, he's kind of got, whatchamacallit, he's got a few less goals than Pirot, but he's played like 13 less games than Pirot. So I'm not mad at Sargent. I wouldn't put Pirot in the team of the season personally over some of the other strikers in the league, so I'm not really too mad at him. Alright, I'm guessing these. Stupid verification thing on TikTok, man. Yeah, ridiculous. Burrows at Sheffield United. Are you taking the piss? Better than Firpo? That is woke nonsense. I'm sorry, that is ridiculous. How the heck he managed to get in there is criminal. Criminal. Actual criminal. Whoever decided that deserves a lifetime sentence, mate. That is despicable. We should back Fark, but if we sack, we need to do it ASAP. So whoever has money to build their yeah, but they won't because they won't have a transfer window. They're not going to sack him 2 games into his run, are they? And the transfer window shuts basically 3 or 4 games into the season. So yeah, there's no chance that's going to happen. We'd have to wait till January to bring in more players for another manager anyway. So that's kind of what you're saying. You're saying you're at least giving him a 10-15 game stint in charge of Leeds United, or you're sacking him before the season starts. I think it's got to be one of the two, if you ask me. Simply because of the transfer window. Bro, have you bumped into any warlords recently or being kidnapped? No, I haven't. Don't know, Andy, mate. Do not know, my son. It's just, you gotta roll with the punches. Gotta roll with the punches, my man. Gotta roll with the punches, brother. I've been saying Sainz is a purple patch merchant for ages. He blanks for months at a time. Yeah, thoughts of Leeds getting him, by the way. That's... We've already got Solomon, James, who were better than him at this level. Ramazani, I think, is a better player than him. I don't see any efficacy in going for Borja Sainz. I want us to buy a £30 million top winger. That's who I would want if we were to get promoted. Thoughts on signing Wayne Rooney for our new striker? For what, mate? Your new Pro Clubs team, mate. I'm pretty sure he's already signed up to Girth and Turf right now. Oh, you at the game right now, RM32. Go on, my son. Go on, my son. Million, what's cooking, my lad? How are you doing today, man? We didn't have a number 9 for half the year. Exactly, mate. Exactly. I wouldn't put Perot in, but it's Sargent of all strikers. Yes, it's an interesting one. There haven't really been that many great strikers this year, have they, in the Championship? In the old Champo. JT, are you up in Leeds next week for the parade? Oh, Donny, as usual. Yes, exactly. I just want to know the date. Someone said 5th of May. And in which case, I am there, my man. I am there, big time, I'm there. So, yeah, hopefully that is the date. And I will be there, 100%. I will be there, 1,000,000,000,000%, my man. To be fair, Sargent has had a good goal to game, good goal per game ratio. Spent 15 games out, yet has 16 goals or something. Exactly, mate. Exactly. Very good return. That's what I'm saying. Goal to game ratio is why he's been put in there. 100%. And there aren't really too many other strikers to choose from, are there? Really, like realistically, considering JTLive is top of the list over Sargent and played a lot more games, there's not really many other strikers to choose from. Lath was having a decent season, but he's not there in the goal conversion rate, mate. Yeah, well, as far as I know, it's the Maybank holiday, buddy. Have to meet up 100%, mate. 100%. I'd love to meet up with all of you fine gentlemen down there. As I said, I'm definitely going to be there. So I'd love to meet up with as many of you as possible. That would be phenomenal, mate. That would be phenomenal. I would love to see that. You'll buy me a Peroni. That's what I love to hear. To be fair, if it's in the street, you'll have to just get whatever tinny you can get from the old store, can't you, mate? That's all you can do. That's all you can do. Let's win the league to get a little extra money. Yeah. How much extra money do you even get for winning the league, though? It's negligible, right? If Jose comes, we need to do it ASAP and let him spend a game. That's what I'm saying. Either we sack Fark as soon as this season is finished and bring someone in for the transfer window so they can bring their players in. Or, which I think is more likely, they're just going to stick with Fark. I think that's the most likely outcome, right? That's probably what's going to happen here. Could sign Drillzinho. He's putting a shift for the away 11 this year. Good times, good times. The God, welcome to the family. The most fun thing about it is never goes to a beautiful game, a.k.a. the Bloodline. Welcome in, my brother. Welcome in, my lad. Catch you later, and hopefully let us know where you'll be next week. Take care, MOT. Don't worry, I will be keeping everybody updated on that one. Don't you worry, lad. Don't you worry, indeed. 'Cause all of the spies are faded away. Just try not to worry. You'll beat us someday. We beat you at home. We beat you away. Stop crying, Frank Lampard. JT, it's a long way to travel to celebrate. 200 miles. Yeah, I know, mate. I did it last time we got promoted. Last time we got promoted and we were all there in Millennium Square. This guy made the journey down, of course. I couldn't miss it, mate. Could not miss it. You got to be joking me if you think I'm missing that one. Of course I'm going to be there, lad. How often do you get to celebrate something like this? Come on. Do you think Parker will go? The Parker will go where? As Leeds start the second half. Pirot out to Manos Solomon. Drills it across. Aronson. Fairpo! Nonto! Oh, 2 saves off the line. Bogle! Off the post! Fucking hell, how we not scored that one? Whoa, what a minute of football that was. Blimey, crikey, mate. Yeah, I'm happy with this new stadium. I just want to get it done, mate. And the time should be all Cinco de Mayo weekended up. The funny thing is that Sheffield was the team that sang Leeds are falling apart. I mean, everyone in the league sings Leeds are falling apart again. Let's be real here. Sheffield are just one of many who sing Leeds are falling apart again. We sing it ourselves, but yes, pretty much every team in the league say it. Heard Bamford left 5k at the bar for drinks at the Peacock today for the fans. Did he actually? What a fucking geezer, mate. What a fucking geezer. Is that true, Helen? That is crazy, mate. Go on the Bamford, man. I told you I love this guy. I told you I love Bamford, man. What a fucking guy. That is such a gentleman thing to do. The most. Yeah, well, of course. There's fucking Sheffield United, mate. Dirty club. Dirty club. Dirty, dirty Sheffield United. Not as dirty as the dirty Leeds, though, must be said. But we've got class with our dirt. They're just like the fucking dross at the bottom of your shoes. We're quality dirty. We're the kind of dirty Sillet Bang can't even get rid of. That's Leeds for you. Luke4208, welcome in, my man. Welcome, welcome. Good to have you here, my brother. Wow, I can't believe we haven't made that 2 there. Fucking heck, man. That is ridiculous, mate. Daniel fucking heck. No. Don't be booking Tanaka now, you muppet. How you booking Tanaka? This referee is a fucking absolute numpty, isn't he? Absolute numpty. How we didn't get a pen and he's giving Tanaka a yellow for that? Yeah, of course you are, mate. Bloody dustbin of a referee, mate. User 601030 lost the track of the rest of the digits. Big up yourselves, mate. Retro Silvano, welcome in, my man. Retro Silvano, Alessio Tesegue, user 477386150100. Welcome in. Can you imagine me sat with my Leeds mug on my desk and my office is in Sheffield? I made. Let them know, mate. Let them know who's the boss around that office place. You let them know that you are the champ. Go on, Aaron. Oh, he's so shit, isn't he? He is just... He can't cross a zebra crossing to save his life, can he? Fucking heck, son. I said this guy was going to get 20 league goals this year. Fuck me if I look like a right muppet with that one. Jeez Louise. Ci ha preso le palo del Leeds, pero por maestro aquí no comprende mucho para en mi opinión es italiano, perhaps, pero no me comprende italiano. Lo siento, mi amigo. Sí, italiano. My padre was born in Italiano, in Milan. He could speak Italian. My grandpa, may rest in peace, could speak Italian among 7 other languages. Got other family members in Italy, actually. Quite a lot in... it's like the fish, Sardinia. Quite a lot of family in Sardinia. So got a lot of love for my Italianos out there. Bella, bella. Bella, bella. See. Who forward? Go on, get your head on that Bogle. Ah, what a fucking header, Bogle. Heads it to Nonto. Gets headed straight back. Tanaka wins the header. Bogle flicks it over. Lovely little chest down. Flicked up again by A.A. Ronson. Referee, you've got to be yanking my Johnson, mate. What is that? You criminal. Good to have you here, though, LSU. Good to have you here. JH05, welcome in, my man. Andy Rowe, without looking, how much do you think the new stand in 1992 cost that fits 15,000 fans? Sorry, what? The new stand in 1992 costs. You mean the stand at Ellen Road in 1992? I didn't know we expanded it in 1992, to be honest with you. You've said 5.5 million there, so I presume that's the answer. I didn't quite get what you said there. JT, why did you make Firpo let his contract run out for leverage? Because he's a champ, mate. The champ does what the champ wants. If he wants to do that, that's fair enough. But we're in the Prem now, so I think he's realised, okay, I want to stay at this club, and fair play. He's earned the right to do that. He's been a phenomenal left back for us. He's been criminally hated by fans. You know, they've finally come on board to Firpo. But in the Premier League, if he has one bad game, I'm sure people are going to be back on his back again. So I don't blame the guy, you know. The way that our fan base treat him was disgusting, in my opinion. So I don't blame him for that. fair play to the guy. You know, he deserves the plaudits and the credits that he's getting now, and hopefully he does sign a new contract because he is a generational fullback. These predictions, do you work on stats, skill, or just way of judgment? A little mix, a healthy mix of all in between. I like to go off. You know, I like to look at the stats and the information, of course, who we're playing, how we're playing, what our lineup's saying, how Fark sets up against these kind of teams usually, but also just a little bit of feeling on the day, you know, when you see the players on the pitch, on the touch lines, and, you know, in and around, just the vibe and the aura you get around the game. I like to throw that into the equation as well, because that can't be ignored. You can't just look solely at stats and ignore the soul of the game. You have to look at the soul of the game as well. So I like to have a healthy mix of all for you, really. I like to have a healthy mix of it, Andy. As Bristol City come down here. Give it to, they speak more like farmers in Bristol. More like this, right? I can't tell. This may be a little bit Northern Irish, but it's Bristol. The farmers. Maybe this is a Bristol accent. I'm not the best with it. But now that I've said the best, it's sounding a bit Stuart Dallas-like. So it is sounding a little Belfast, a little Northern Irish. So maybe I can't do the Bristol accent. Maybe it's just Stuart Dallas. So I'll have to see how the lads go. But I'm very, very confident right now. I think you look at Fark and the way Leeds are playing, and I'm really confident right now. I have to be said. We got them, bro. They've had nothing. Exactly, mate. They're doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely fucking nothing. Yeah, you come at the double champs, that champ, right? And you want to fucking sit there. Go on, Nonto. Oh! Willie Nonto! 2-0, Leeds United. Ooh! It is game, set, and match, baby. Ooh. Go on, Willie G. My guy. Go on, the Nonto, my son. That's what I'm talking about. Leeds United 2, Bristol City 0. Ring, ring. Who's that on the phone? 100 points? I think so. They have had nothing indeed, and now it is 2-0 Leeds United. Let's cook, baby. Let's go. Yeah, the big stand at Ellen Road, built in 1992, cost 5.5 million. Were you thinking I meant Mars? No, I was thinking you meant Jupiter, to be honest with you. Paddy the Baddy won his latest fight. He did indeed. He won his latest fight against Michael Chandler. Round 3 stoppage against Michael Chandler, to be specific. The Paddy the Baddy. You know, it doesn't really say too much. It's a good fight for him. It's a good experience. He's fighting against someone who's been circulating around the top 5 in the division for a very long time. Best fight he's had in his career, you know, competition wise. But this is a Michael Chandler who's lost his last 2 fights and has had a 2-year layoff because he was waiting to fight McGregor, and it did kind of fuck him up a bit. So it's you know, you can take a little bit from it, but we have to wait and see. Eddie Hall did win in 27 seconds. I have to say I did not watch that fight against Pudzianowski, but I did hear that he battered him. But it was on the same time as Eubank Benz, so there was never any chance I was watching that fight. But he did, so congrats to the guy, of course. I do like Eddie Hall as well. Eddie Hall's a bit of a geezer, mate. He is a real geezer. Look at that, the fans swinging the scarves. We are the champions of Europe. Blasting around Ellen Road. Now Bogle picks up the ball again. Gives it to Nonso. Leeds really playing free-flowing football here. Bristol City have done Jack Diddley squat this game. Go on, Bogle. Unlucky, my son, Bogle. Unlucky. Leeds really fucking turning the style on now, huh? Really fucking turning the style. Oh, they've given it back to Fairpo. Go on, son. Ah, bit of class. Bit of class there for ups. Go on, my son. Bloody Veneer over here. Who does he think he is, mate? Slide tackling in on my boy Bogle like that. This is looking like a very comfortable win, isn't it, here? Embankment Junior spent 36 hours in hospital, dehydration. Fancy a rematch. Yeah, that's not why he was in hospital for that long. He was in hospital for precautionary checks, because with a fight of this magnitude, of course, with the weight cut and everything, they have to take precautions into account, hence why he went to hospital. That is why, and he has been cleared, released from hospital now, thankfully. No major damages or injuries or anything to be concerned about, but it was precautionary. And yes, I would very much like the rematch. Either the rematch or Eubank to take on and beat Saul Canelo Alvarez. But yeah, I mean, it's a dangerous rematch for Eubank, because, you know, the younger man usually has a little bit more to learn, a little bit more hunger coming into the rematch. But, you know, it was such a great fight, such a great build-up, such a great spectacle, such a great story that, yeah, I would happily see it run back again. But I don't know that they will. We'll have to wait and see. There's so much money on the line that they probably will. And I would happily watch it again. I'm not going to lie to you. I would happily relive that experience one more time for the road. I would, you can take my money for that one already. $8 million for the fight each. It was actually 10 million. 10 million. From what I had been informed of, it was £10 million guaranteed purse for each of them, which Eubank, of course, had to send 500,000 over to Conor Benn, because of the the missing of weight by ever so slight amount. And then, of course, he also had to pay £100,000 for the egg slap, and he also paid out of his own money to give back to some of the fighters who didn't get paid last time the event got cancelled, which is a fucking heck of a gesture from him. So big ups to Eubank for that one. Real classy guy. Real classy individual. But yeah, £10 million. And then I don't know if Conor Benn got it, but I know for a fact Eubank also got a split of the pay-per-view revenue, which is going to be monstrous. Go on, Solomon. Still driving forward down the left-hand side. Cuts it in the middle, and it's another Leeds United corner. Let's see here. Let's cook. Let us cook. Grace Hannah, welcome in. Good to have you here. Good to have you here, lass. How are you doing on this fine Tuesday evening? Monday evening, sorry, not Tuesday. I'm waffling a bit. Because it's simply the best. Down. Wow, wow, wow. Better than all the rest. Let's get this party started, huh? Promotion party, lads. This promotion party. Bristol City just have not fucking turned up today, have they? Considering they're fighting for playoffs. They haven't turned up, but I guess it goes to show you, mate, how poor the rest of the league really is. There is no comparison in the rest of this league. Anyone that says the championship, oh, what a fucking league to be involved in. Look how crap Bristol City are playing. Leeds just cruising through them, man. Absolutely cruising through them. Boog's cruising them even. Like, it's not even a contest at this point. That's how well Leeds have turned up. It's the same way it was against Stoke. And people said, oh, because Stoke have nothing to play for. Well, Bristol City do, and they're still not doing anything. They can't get near us. It's just such a feel-good vibe around Leeds right now. They're playing with such swagger and confidence, and it goes to what I said at the beginning of the year, and we've all kind of said, really, if Leeds show up, then it doesn't really matter who you put in front of us in this league. We're going to beat them, which is why it's going to be really weird to step into a Premier League campaign where anyone can beat you on their day. So, you know, it's really, really, really tough one. It's going to be a weird contrast there, isn't it, lads? A weird contrast. Because you're simply the best. Apparently, Ben didn't follow his father's instructions on fight. Not apparently he didn't follow. Nigel Benn said obviously he didn't stick to the game plan. It's not a matter of him not following, but when you're in a fight, sometimes, you know, you just get too invested into the fight and you kind of don't fight the way you were fighting in training. You don't stick to the same kind of game plan. And I guess you kind of see early doors. He used a little bit too much energy too early on for me, Ben. He was going for the kill too early, and Eubank had the experience to just kind of suck that energy out of him, clinch him, kept grabbing him into that beautiful reverse chokehold there. Nonto! Unlucky, my son. Unlucky, lad. But yeah, it was just really just baiting the energy out of him and winding Ben up, winding him up, making him waste more energy. And his game plan, yeah, did kind of go out of the window. That is kind of true, but didn't matter what game plan he had because Eubank is the better fighter. And that is as simple as that. And I got a lot of love for Conor Benn. I think he's a great guy, and the way he handled the defeat was very honourable. You know, you could see the pain and the passion, and he spoke very, very articulately and very well. So, you know, fair play to him. But Eubank is the man. It's as simple as that. It was his story, his day. He's the superstar. He's the megastar who made the event what it was. And he deserved the win. He was the better fighter. And he's the better fighter. Much like Leeds are the better fighter today. And here's the ball from the corner. Firpo tries to win the header, but unfortunately blazes the ball wide. That's an unfortunate one there. That is very, very unfortunate. Great ball in there. And Firpo with the header, he's just blazed it wide there. Yeah, that's not a great header at all, Firpo. Not a great header at all, my son. Is you better than all the rest? Simply the best. Because you're simply the best. I've just dropped something. You're in work, Batman. How's the game? Very comfortable, very easy. Real just domination from Leeds, really. It's not even, we haven't even had to work hard, which it's been very comfortable and relaxed from Leeds. Bristol City have barely had a fucking shot at us. So, yeah, it's been a very comfortable, very good game for Leeds so far. Yeah, been very comfortable. I've been very, very happy watching this. Been very, very satisfied watching this game. And here comes a swinging ball from Bristol City to absolutely nobody. And there you go. It's dealt with again. And it's a Leeds goal kick. Yeah, it's been a very comfortable, enjoyable game to watch. It's been a good game of football. As they show the free kick again, there's a decent ball in, to be fair, but just a little bit too much weight on it. We're going to beat Plymouth and become champions. Well, Plymouth have nothing to fight for now as well. And they've been on really red-hot form as well. It's just everyone around them has also picked up their form at a crucial point in the season. And they were kind of left with a little bit too much to do. Poor chaps. But I will always be very thankful for them for beating Sheffield United as well in this run into promotion. I'll always be very thankful to them for that. Oh, Solomon stands his man up. Beautiful little ball roll now on the right foot. And now he's looking to cut inside for another in-swinger. He does exactly that. And it's back six. Bogle heads it back across. Tries to find Firpo. And Aronson can't score to save his fucking dinner, can he? Flipping heck, Aronson. Holy Sigma. Oh my days. That is ridiculous, man. Are you up to speed with the 3 minutes women's astronaut Katy Perry? No, I don't know what the heck you're talking about there. But I am up to speed with Ian Wright not accepting the apology from Eni Aluko, though. I didn't actually see what exactly she said. I heard she got sacked and said something about Righty dominating the women's game or something. If anything, he's bringing eyeballs to the women's game. He's bringing... he's been actually a very good spokesperson for the women's football game, which, you know, is not to everyone's taste even, because, you know, I think there are, you know, some people do believe there are certain things about the game which should be changed to make it a more maybe entertaining product for the public out there. But he's been a great spokesperson for the women's game, actually, so I wouldn't say he's dominating it, but he's definitely done some good things for it, I think. He's done some good things for it, and he's actually, as he said, he's been very supportful of her, so for her, sending for him was something that probably came completely out of the blue, but maybe I don't have enough context on it. Have you got any skin in the game with the FARC management talk? I don't want to repeat myself to death, but as I said, I think you do have to give him an opportunity. I don't have too much skin in the game. I don't care, you know, it's not I don't care, but, you know, I'm one of the people that's a little bit less changing of my opinion very quickly. I'm someone who's a little bit less fickle. Don't get me wrong, we can all be fickle. We're all football fans. But I try to, you know, I think it's a bit too harsh to sack someone before they've given an opportunity. I look at him as a man and see the job he's done and think, okay, he deserves an opportunity with this club for the fact that he's got us promoted and the job he's done here. He does deserve that. I think it'd be too harsh to sack him straight away, but then I see the other side that maybe that's a gamble that needs to be taken, and it could be a baller move that works out for us. So it's hard to say. It's hard to say. So I don't have too much skin in the game. As Grace Hannah pops back in. Good to see ya. Batman. Clips for X. But yeah, what about you, Andy? What about you? What are your thoughts on it? What are your thoughts on it? Most points in league history. We are currently tied with our 1968-1969 Division 1 title winning year with sorry, not title winning year, sorry, but campaign with 94 points. And of course, we are now currently above that as things stand with 97 points, which will be our record points tally ever. Here's Solomon, still going. Solomon still going. He's fucked it, though. He should have cut it out further left and just drilled it with his left foot. That's the problem with being too one-footed. He was trying to find a way of maneuvering the ball onto his right foot there, and he lost out because of it. Mate, Leeds should be 4, 5, 6, 7 to the good here. Tanaka rips the long shot, and it's straight into the hands of the goalkeeper. But I don't think there is too much fear of Leeds United throwing this one away, no matter how wasteful we are being in front of goal right this second. You don't really feel like Leeds are going to lose this, do ya? 6 Belair women went into space for 3 minutes, became astronauts. Jeff Bezos money behind it all. All the news has been trending for 2 weeks. I have not... You mean billionaire, by the way, but I have not heard a thing about that, to be fair. I have not heard a thing about that at all. But I did hear about that whole being able to take a trip to Mars or something. Damn. Yeah, I must be out of the loop because I hadn't heard a thing about that. Maybe, as I said, because this past 2 weeks has just been such a overwhelming masterclass of sport that it kind of washed away a lot of the other global news going on in terms of something like that. So that's maybe why I haven't heard about it. But yeah, that's why. But that's why I like having you here, mate. You get to inform me on all this stuff. But yeah, what are your thoughts on FARC, Andy? We're going to beat Plymouth and become champions, Batman. Yeah, we are indeed. Hopefully. We are indeed. it's trying to do the cheeky kick me out of the TikTok. What's it doing there, lad? Go on, Darlow. Ball at his feet. Pings it forward. Nonto on the spin. On the spin doctors. Go on, lad. Play it to the left. To the left, to the right. Put everything you own in the box in the night. Go on. Solomon. On the spin. On the spin, Manor. Drills it to nobody. And Leeds lose the ball. Say my name, 'cause every color me illuminous. Say my name. Uh-oh. That is not good. That is not good. Get it out of there, mate. Get it the heck out of there, my son. Go on. Good header away. Good header away. It's cut into the middle now by Bristol City. Take it down the right-hand side. Drills the ball all the way across. Headed up now. Oh, and the volley is well wide, mate. Well wide. You're never going to trouble us like that, my son. Never going to trouble us like that. Tobias LUFC, welcome in, my G. Out the Brevellino. Out the Brevellino. Time for Bamford. V, welcome in. I would love to see a bit of Bamford or a bit of Harry Gray action. He's not making any changes, actually. You know, funnily enough. Get Ramazani in there. Especially with the way this game is going, I'd have liked him to bring a couple of other personnel on, really. Oh, Oscar! Welcome to the family. The most fun thing about it is never goes to beautiful game, a.k.a. the Bloodline. Welcome in, my brother. My brother in arms, Oscar. Good to see you here. Nice to see you. Nice. Chris. Leeds best team in the league. 100%, mate. Not even up for debate. Not even up for question. Imagine we win on Saturday, last minute, Bamford to win the league. Oh, would be magisterial, mate. Would be magisterial, mate. Up the Bamford, man. What a classy individual. What a classy individual. It's a shame for him he got robbed of that goal. Was it Borough? Yeah, Borough game he got robbed of that goal. Real shame for him. Real shame for him. I'd love to see him get some goals. Yeah, last game. I would hope it's not his last game for the club, but it's likely that would be the case. I think he could cut the mustard in the Prem for us personally, but it will likely not be the case. Oh, Tanaka, beautiful turn there. Opens his body up, finds Bogle on the right-hand side. All right, are we going to make it 3 now? Bogle sprays a diagonal. It's headed away. Nonto wins it down. Heads it down to Tanaka, though. Tanaka on the spin now. Out to Nonto. About 25 yards away from goal. We have seen Tanaka rip one from here. The ball's found its way to Ampadu instead, though. Tanaka. Beautiful little shift of balance there. Gives it back to Ampadu. Here is Tanaka again. Forward to Aronson. Not a lot of movement, not a lot of lateral movement here from Leeds. Everything is a bit static right now. And Ampadu has blasted the ball into Aronson there, who's touched it down, as best as he could. And now he's given it off, and what do we call him? Gruev has just blazed the ball off the pitch there. And we are readying some substitutions, though. Is that Ramazani time to come on? Kai Sesenyong, welcome in. I reckon he could be a good backup for the Prem, but most likely it's going to be his last game. I'd love to see him. I'd love to see him still in that Leeds United shirt, man. What a classy individual, man. I'm surprised he hasn't got enough game time this year. If he started every game this year, he would have gone down as bloody top striker over Sargent, mate. If he was starting week in, week out, he would have got 20+ goals this year. He would have bagged. He would have bagged. Andy, I have my doubts with Falk. But give him the backing. He says his bread. He says with bated breath. I hear. I see Man City into another final. The last 10 years, Man City has won silverware every year. Makes you think they can't feel their ground. Oh, it makes you sick that they can't feel their ground. Yeah, it doesn't make me sick. It doesn't make me sick at all, especially, for the fact that they're winning it as opposed to some of these other clubs in there, which, I don't really want to be seeing winning silverware anytime soon. But at the same time, if it was us, okay, we have a bigger fan base, so and we're bigger club stature. So of course, if it was us that had the ownership, then we would, we'd be selling out stadiums and we'd have good aura to us, unlike City. But you can't really knock the fans too much for City, because if I was in their position, I'd be absolutely loving having the ownership model that they do, and I would love Leeds to have a similar ownership model. Unfortunately, they've kind of isolated that out of the game with the way things have gone. Oh, lovely interception, Gruev there. We are entering the last 10 minutes of the action. Sky. I didn't know how to watch the match. Sky Sports, mate. Sky TV. Oh, yeah. Ramazani and Bamford on. Now we're cooking. I only given him 10 minutes, man. This was an easy game as well. Ramazani looks very dejected, mate. You should have had some more minutes in there today. Fuck, that is one thing that you have been criminal on, mate. Ramazani, how you have starved this man of minutes. And ruined his confidence. That I find a bit disgusting, the way Fark's done that one, to be honest with you. This guy deserves more game time than he's got. He deserves more action than he's had. You'd love to see City go up. What, Bristol City, Sessegnon. Bamford is going to cook. Here we go. Come on. Let's get him his goal, man. He deserves his goal. He deserves his moment. Oh, go on, Firpo. Firpo drives into the box. He looks for someone to cross it to. And he finds Ramazani instantaneously. Gets his goal. There's the backflip we were all looking for. There's the smile of dreams. You can tell it's a bit subdued for him. He's still gutted that he's had a severe lack of game time. And look at that. Everyone goes to hug him. He deserves that. Go on the boy Ramazani, mate. Go on, Rama. How he has been this starved of game time is criminal, man. Fark should be ashamed of himself for the way he's treated this poor young man. Look at that. There's the dancing. There's the vibes. That's more like it. Go on, my son. There's a little smirk from Fark. Listen, mate. You've ruined his confidence, and now you want to be sat there smirking, lad. Come on. Go on, look at that. Beautiful bit of play. And there's Firpo again. Look at that ball. Look at the quality on that ball. And you're telling me this guy didn't make it in the championship team of the season over, what's his name? Who's that woke nonsense guy? Burrows. Burrows made it in over this guy. Are you taking the piss? That is ridiculous. That is woke nonsense at its finest, mate. How this guy didn't make it in, I don't know. He's better than Bogle even, and that's saying something, because Bogle definitely deserves his spot. Been the best right back in the league, but he's not even as good as Firpo. How Firpo? I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. I don't understand how this guy's been starved of minutes as well. It's just so many things you don't understand, but yet Leeds are still cooking. We're at a guaranteed 97 points this year. Could be 100 after the final game of the season. Here we go. 7 minutes left. To make yourself the Drero. The hero or the Drero. Oh, Sigma. Wee, Kevin Garburn. Welcome in, my man. Good to have you. Nice to see you, nice old Kevin boy. Get Harry on. Get Harry on big time. Terrific player, mate. Terrific player. I'd get Harry on. I'd get Harry on big time, yeah. I think he's a cracking, terrific player. I'd get Harry Gray on. 100% I'd get Harry Gray on. I think Harry Gray's a hell of a player, mate. Terrific player, might go fast to say. I think he'd go right to the very top. Or to the very top. Bamford going to finish 4 out of 10. Oh, Bamford going to score. Finish 4-0. I'll take it, lad. I'll take it. I'll take it. 180. I'll take it. Yeah, it's Fred and got talent. Oh, no, don't let him through. Drills a shot. Whee, you donkey. That is carousing over for a Leeds goal kick. And now, oh, poor Bamford, man. He's only been given 1 minute up front as the main man. Are you taking the piss, man? Give Bamford a damn crack. Here's Brendan Aronson coming off. I don't know how he hasn't scored today. I can't lie to you. He's coming off and Tanaka's coming off. And he's giving the applaud. Tanaka's running off. He's saying, get off the damn pitch, mate. Hurry up. And as they show Tanaka's beautiful goal again. Great run, great ball, phenomenal finish. It's 1-0 Leeds United at the time. And that was a cracking bit of play there. Meaning Clarets or City. Because if it's Clarets, there's some problems. What are you saying here, lads? What are you saying? Happy to have you here, Kevin. Happy to have you here. Nice to see you. Nice, my brother. How are you doing on this fine Monday evening? Bristol City or Man City? To be honest with you, I prefer Man City. Fuck Bristol City. Muppets. I used to have that manager who used to really fucking whine and moan about Leeds all the time. What was that guy's name, mate? What was that guy? He was such a little moaner, weren't he? That guy. Such a little moaner. Nah, fair enough, mate. Fair fucks to that guy. I've got a lot of friends that are Man U fans. Can't stand the club. Lovely individuals, though. I love to talk to them. I love to spend time with them. They're lovely guys. But, support a shite club. And, Bristol City are just flipping. I don't mind City, mate. I quite like Man City, to be honest with you. I don't really have any ill feelings towards Man City at all. But Bristol City, they used to have that manager who used to really flipping whine about Leeds every 2 seconds, mate. He was such a little fucking, for want of a better word, he was the B word. That's exactly what he was, mate. Whiny little coward. Don't mind Leeds, to be honest with you, Kai Sessignon. I don't really, to be fair, I don't really have, aside from that manager you used to have, I didn't really like Bristol City a lot then. I forgot his name, but he always used to have a thing about Leeds. But yeah, I don't really have too many feelings towards them either way now. Oh, Ramazani, bit of quality. Oh, Joseph, you fucking donkey, man. Charging too far forward. Oh, Bogle with the ball in. Unlucky Ramazani, mate. Look at that quality from Rama. Touches it down again. Drills the shot. Unlucky Ramazani. He's balling out in there, man. He is balling out in there. Look at that, man. He's the best winger we've got at the club. And that's saying something with the year that Dan James and Solomon have had. He's better than both of them. He's not been given any game time. He's literally the best of the bunch. Technically, like technical ability, he is far superior to both James and Solomon. Solomon being second and Dan James being third, of course. But Dan James, while he's not technically the best, he's got a lot of other physical and mental attributes that have made him a phenomenal performer and arguably the best of the three this year. But quality-wise, Ramazani is a patch above both of them. I mean, he should be getting more game time. He really should. It was a massive game for us today. Yeah. We couldn't take a draw. We need to win our next two. This one and last day. Yeah, well, listen. As long as Bristol City win their last game of the season, they're still up, mate. They're still up. So, you're not out of it yet. And if anything, this Leeds win has just made it more exciting for everyone on the final day of the season. Because now the title race goes down to the final game of the season. The promotion playoff race goes down to the final game of the season. And the relegation battle is just about around on the last day of the season. Oh, yeah, deserves so much more game time. I agree, mate. I agree. I concur with that statement. Did you hear the Oasis fork in a bottle of champagne story? It's hilarious. Liam thought it's a good idea to put his fork in his own milk bottle. Google the story for context. It's funny. I don't want to have to check that. That's a bit mental. Who knew that Ramazani was good? This guy, and pretty much anyone with a bit of game sense, am I right? Is Piro off? Who yanked him off? Has Willie been yanked off? Yeah, I see what you're trying there. Piro and Willie Nonso, or Wilfried Nonso, actually came off in the 80th minute. They were hooked, and Bamford and Ramazani came on, and within a matter of seconds, Ramazani converted a fair poke cross. You want some, you have no... you want some, you have no fans. He's pulling out a Wheelstone Raider reference in 2025. That is intriguing, mate. Very intriguing. The Wheelstone fucking Raider, mate. Fuck me, what was that, 2010, 2012? That's an OG one right there. You got no fans. You got no crowd. Go on. Swing it in. Flicks it over. Shit corner. Shit corner. We're into the 91st minute out of 94. 3 minutes of stoppage time remaining. Well, 2 minutes and 50 seconds of stoppage time remaining, to be more specific. It's magnifique. Yes, it's magnifique, I would say. So it's pretty good. I think he played very, very well, but I think he's a little bit magnifique, but I think at the same time it's a little bit problem for Leeds United going forward, but I think I can't complain because it's still a very good performance, in my opinion. Final day going to be mental. Can't see scores, and I'm gonna because you can't see scores, and you're gonna be at Plymouth away. Well, to be fair, you don't really need to see the scores as long as Leeds are winning at Plymouth. That's all you really need to know, right? And you should be able to see the scores if you've got an app on your phone, right? But yeah, you won't need to. You just need to, because as long as Leeds win, that's all you really need to know, right? We have it in our hands, unless if somehow Burnley pulled out a flipping 17-18-0 win on the last day of the season, but that's never going to happen, is it? Whose fans are quality? Oh, no service in the stadium. Oh, that's a rough one. Yeah, that's an F in the chat right there. That is an F in the chat right there. Leeds are not a yo-yo team, mate. How have we yo-yoed? How have we ever yo-yoed? Up and down. Took us 16 years to get back up to the fucking Premier League in the first place, mate. 16 fucking years. And then when we did get up there, we were there for 3 years. Then we went back down. And now this is going to be our second time going up in bloody 20 years. So, yeah, that's not a yo-yo, mate. A yo-yo goes up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. All right, mate. That is going up, going down, and then getting back up 16 years later. Definitely not a yo-yo, mate. That is the antithesis of something that is not a yo-yo. I'll tell you that for nothing, mate. That's a different argument to say we'll turn into one, but I'd heavily disagree with that because we are a Colossus football club. We are a Colossus football club. Yeah, well, that's what you think. Sesen Young, oh, and Ramazani's made it 4. There's his second. There's the backflip, and he needs to go in and shush Fark right here, right now. That's what he needs to do. 10 minutes, and he scored 2, and Ampadu is loving him, man. He's loving him. Look at that from Ampadu. Captain Ampadu. Making sure he's loving his moment there. And he needs to go over to Daniel Fark right now and shush him. He needs to give him the shush big time. That's what he needs to do. Go on, Ramazani. Well deserved. Well deserved, Ramazani. Go on, my son. Go on, Ramazani. Look at that. What a ping by Gruev. What a fucking ping over to Ramazani. Look at that run. Touches it down superbly. And finishes with a... Look at that touch. Oh, exquisite. Touches it with the right foot. Finishes it with the left foot. And he scored with both feet as well. Two-footed Messiah, mate. Absolutely criminal that he has not been given a lot of game time this year. Absolutely despicable, man. Yeah, he needs to be given some game time in the Prem. That's 4-0. That's full time. Leeds United 4, Bristol City 0. Thank you guys so much for watching. It has been a pleasure talking with all of you guys. JT, sorry I nearly missed you. No worries at all, Harry. I will see you on Saturday, my brother-in-arms. What a good time to be a Leeds United fan, am I right? 97 points. Leeds United beat Bristol City 4-0 and march towards 100 points. So let's get the job done, eh, lads? Thank you guys so much for watching, though. It's been an absolute pleasure, as I said before. For now, though, I will see ya very, very soon. Au revoir, my brothers and my sisters. Ciao, ciao, my geeks.